Wow, 92 degrees in the truck, according to the little temperature sensor. That's awesome. That is great. Man, I'm happy. Oh, what a good day this has been. So I'm leaving a property just now that I just did. A little bit of a landscape cleanup job. I wanted to do a little quick story time here, if I might. I was over here in this area again, and I wanted to tell a quick little landscaping story. In one sense, I have to admit something here. I made a mistake a couple of months ago. I did something that was kind of unprofessional. It really was unprofessional at the time. It was while I was injured, and I was, just trying to do my best work that I could, whilst managing my injury. I had my Gravely, and I was going around around this neighborhood. I was trying to get it to where I was driving, instead of hopping the curb, I didn't want to be bouncing around my lower body a lot. So I was going to where I was driving kind of around the neighborhood to the part where the curb, where there's a crosswalk area, so I could drive my mower up. Well, I was driving over down the sidewalk, around this neighborhood on the sidewalk, and I ended up hitting a sprinkler head with the mower, with the back tire of the mower. And of course, I was moving about 7-8 miles an hour, as fast as Gravely will go, and I popped that sprinkler head, and at the time I was like, oh, damn it, I just busted that sprinkler head. And in the state I was in, I was like, I don't have a whole lot of time to where, I can be until my, body's worn out, and, this hernia starts poking out, even with the belt I was wearing on. So I was like, well, I'd better, not, I can't deal with this right now. So I left. I did the yard I was doing, which was on the other side of the street, or the other end of the street, other end of the neighborhood, so to speak. But I damaged somebody's property, and I didn't fix it at the time. Well, here's where the story gets weird. I was just back in that neighborhood doing that work, and I was when I came through this neighborhood on my way in, I was thinking, I need to go by this house and stop by and talk to this homeowner, and just knock on the door and explain, hey, about 6 months ago, I was driving my mower through here and I busted your sprinkler head that was off by the sidewalk, and I was, due to the situation I was in and what was going on, it was a mistake, but it was what I did. What I didn't do, rather. I did not come back and say anything to you, and I did not fix your property. So I need to make that right. So after, as I was coming into the area, I came around that way on the other side of it's like a circle, like a U-shaped neighborhood entry. So I was coming into that side, the other side, just to take care of that first. And I have some sprinkler heads with me in the truck here. Well, I got over to that part of the area, and that house is gone. And I mean it's gone. Like the property, the structure was demoed and everything removed. There's just a open spot of land, open patch of land there, where a house used to be. And I'm like, wow, that's really bizarre. I feel really terrible now because I like, you know, part of me thinks like, man, did they demo their whole house just because of a busted sprinkler head? Obviously, that's not the case. You know, I'm sure it could have been a fire, or could have been, you know, water damage, or it could have been condemning the property due to unpaid taxes, or who knows? It could have been, you know, a million different scenarios. But yeah, that's man,
New text message from Jessica Knowles.
Oh, my phone's going off there here, so yeah, that just hits me a little bit today. Like I should have, you know, sooner.
Message from Jessica Knowles.
I should have gone and followed up with that a whole lot sooner, not, you know, 6 months later. And you know, this is the first time that's ever happened to me, something like that. You know, I'm not in the habit of, you know, damaging people's stuff or breaking things. It's happened 2 or 3 times since I've been in business, but I've always taken care of it. This is the only time, you know, where I didn't take care of it. So really weird ending to this story, but I guess the takeaways from this, you know, in your business, if you damage something, take care of it. You know, if you break a window, you know, get it fixed, or at least pay to have it fixed. You know, if you have insurance and you use your insurance, that's fine too. You know, file the claims you need to file. You know, if you're running without insurance, if you're just starting out, you know, running without insurance isn't a great idea, you know, in many cases. But if you are, you know, make sure you're not blowing your money, all the money you make, so that if something comes up, you know, have a fund kind of set aside to where you can take care of things like this. You know, because as the old saying goes, you know, shit happens. That is an expression in this world, you know, and it does. You know, bad things will happen. You need to have, you know, some sort of a fund to take care of that, whether it's a window or a door, or, you know, scratch and paint, or something along those lines. You know, take care of, you know, your clients. If you damage something of theirs, take care of it. You know, because your word is more valuable than you think. And if you gain a reputation as being the guy that breaks things and never fixes them, it's not a reputation you want to have, you know, in this industry or any other. So anyway, just a quick little story here. I wanted to just share that here because I I saw that and I was really weirded out by that, and one of those odd things, you know, that happens these days sometimes. So anyway, that's all I've got for today. Thanks, and have a good one. Stay warm.